Hello, Somerset Real Ale Reviews here, Elvis, and I'm joined by Simon from Real Ale Guide and Bill from Brains.
Right.
And we're drinking Barry Island IPA here, and it's fantastic. I might have taken a sip of it before this review, but this is a really good IPA. I've definitely got to say that's a 10 out of 10 beer. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, I believe Simon, you brewed this with Bill.
Yep.
And this is like the first American style IPA brewed.
It is, yeah. We've just installed a new craft brewery, which is basically a small scale or an experimental plant. So it's enabled us to start to branch out from our traditional beer styles and explore different beer styles. So Simon, being our local beer reviewer, and plenty of work with him before, we thought it'd be a nice idea. It was one of the first brews we picked through for Simon to come along and brew a beer style of sort of his choice. So we worked together, and American style IPA was the choice. And
I've got to say, I think it's going down a treat. I think this is going to be a massive seller. I think the other beers that are on the market selling, those American IPA styles, they're really doing well. I think. Well done.
thank you.
What sort of made you want to go into that sort of style and having a craft brewery?
Well, the whole point is we've got a very large brewery, therefore trying different beer styles and developing new beers becomes very difficult. We're always mindful that we need to produce a large amount. So to be able to produce things on a smaller scale actually means we can be a bit more adventurous. There's fantastic new varieties of hops and beer styles out there that we've really not explored as much as before. So to put our expertise together, all the exciting things that are going on in beer is exciting for us. So these are some of the beers we've got on this weekend are just the first ones through. So we've got a lot more planned.
Understand that.
But it's great, and it's great to bring in Simon to have a play around with us, and we've got some other beer writers planned throughout the summer as well. So their take on what beer they want to produce is completely different.
Oh, I see. So it's just what people suggest to you. You're going to try and brew those.
Well, we're doing a series of IPAs, but that's the only brief, so it can be whatever on that the collaboration. And Simon's first in there because he had to be. We had to make him
local
first.
Boy, yeah, it's got to be done, yeah.
Nice and clear.
It really is a lovely beer. This
very clear, yeah.
So is this going to be available sort of in the shops or?
Well, the immediate plan is we've got some beer wrapped into cask, which will be going into some 30 selected hops next week. Not next week, sorry, the week after, including Simon's Local, the tin youth in Barry.
Fantastic.
So each of the beers we produce with the craft brewery through the craft brewery, we'll put into those selected hops, really to get true customer feedback. We're also able to bottle some of the beer, and if the feedback's good, then we'll produce it again and produce some more bottles. So yes, it will be commercially available within a limited market first. If demand is there and people like it, then we'll make it. Obviously, what we want to do is make it more commercially available, and you never know, Barry Island IPA could be scaled to our main plant. Fantastic.
That would be good. Come on in, Mel's here too. Come on.
I think a little scoop here. Mel might be doing a chocolate beer with Brains in the future. Maybe. What do you think, Bill?
We have talked about it. So at some point in the not too distant future, I hope Mel's got a different style of beer in mind. So see what we can plan that in.
I always think of that because when I try a really hot beer, I always think of this, and if I try a sweet beer, I think of mellow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've said to Simon and lots of other people that there's a beer style out there for everybody. If everyone drank the same style of beer, it'd be boring. Hence why you just have to be in this festival to understand that.
Well, this is what gets me with that real ales. You've got to be able to go and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really different beers out there, but there also seems to be a lot of very similar style, normal sort of bitters, which are great. But
mean, I think, the fact that the UK's always had regional brewers means you will always get the regional beer of that, that region, and there will tend to be a standard bitter and a premium bitter and things like that. Now, obviously, or perhaps a mild, as we've got ourselves in brains, but what the consumer's looking for outside of that range, those beers is now something different. Being part of trying to produce something different is exciting.
Yeah, it is. Certainly is. And it's exciting drinking it as well.
What is
Fantastic.
the 6%?
6%.
Can't taste that.
I could drink this all day.
Really pleased. It's come out really drinkable, which I think will be a hit with Dobson, obviously at 6%, we've done slightly more. But it is a very drinkable beer.
Well, this is what
Delighted with the result. I'm excited it is turning.
Oh no, absolutely.
I think this is what gets me with it. I mean, I love strong American IPAs, but some of them are a little bit too bitter to session.
That was one thing that we talked a lot about. Was we had to make it something that we felt was drinkable, and that's all about the matter of balance. If it's insanely bitter, you just get halfway down the glass and you really double it and do another one. So we'll see what the true consumer thinks over the next couple of weeks. I think is probably the true test.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much for joining me. Anyway,
really nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Mel.
Thanks, Mark.
And thanks to my brother for filming. And we'll catch you again in a minute. Cheers.
Cheers.